Good morning. So if I'm not aching after a workout, does it mean I'm not working hard enough? That was a question I had in our Q&A in our private group in our Kickstart. If you want more information about Kickstart, do comment below or send me a message and we'll come back to you. So in short, to progress, which is the key thing here, we need to make sure a stimulus is increasing. So this stimulus is total volume of work. So this could be the number of reps you do. So you're now doing more repetitions. So for example, if you do 10 of something, you now next time go to do 11 of something. It could be the weight that you lift. For example, if you're lifting 5 kilograms weights, then next time you're going to lift 6 kilograms. You're going to increase the weight over time. The other variables are time. So you've got time and attention. You've got how controlled you are lifting the weight. Is your technique improving? Is your mind-muscle connection? We did a lot of work on triceps yesterday in our sessions, so the back of the arms, back wings, bingo wings, whatever you want to call them. And we focus on that muscle-mind connection, not just moving them like nice and far, keeping the joints super still, squeezing every muscle. So you're getting that mind-muscle connection to make the most of that tension, to force that body to change shape, to tone up the arms. And my point here is we could lift the same weight, but just lift it better. That's progress as well. Morning, Claire. How are we doing? And total volume of work, then you've also got the number of sets you do. So how many times you do it, for example, and that's kind of like the time you do it for. So is it half an hour? Is it an hour? Is it more work within that half an hour? For example, instead of doing 4 sets, you do 5 sets. These are all variables that mean that you're progressing over time, regardless of whether you ache or not. Because actually, all this aching is a different stimulus on the body. So for example, if we did 4 sets of squats every day and we just increased the weight a little bit over time, you would be getting stronger. Your legs would be getting probably hypertrophy, that would be building some muscle, and you'd be getting stronger, and because you're increasing the weight over time. That doesn't mean you're going to ache though, because you're very used to doing squats. Your body's very used to it. However, if we did squats, then we did squats, and then we did Bulgarian split squats one day, minimal weight, you would be like, oh, what have my legs done? Because the stimulus is so different, okay? So that's the key thing to remember. It's a bit like reminding yourselves that it doesn't need to be really hard. Like, don't get me wrong, we need to work hard, but it doesn't need to be like we're all out every time. Morning, Alison. It doesn't need to be that if we're not exhausted, it didn't work. If we're not aching to the nth degree, it doesn't work. It's a bit like the whole research around like Red Bull and medicine. You know, the worse the medicine tastes, the more people think it's going to work. But we know that's not true. Actually, it just masks. Like Red Bull wanted it to taste like medicine so that people thought it did more, so it was more effective. And it's similar with our mindsets around exercise, where you go, if it's really hard, it must be working. When actually, the key is those variables I've talked about. Weight over time, so the weight that you lift over time, the sets you do, how consistent you are. Can you get better at lifting the weights over time? E.g. your form, your mind-muscle connection. They're the variables I want you to worry about over time. If you're progressing with them, you're going to get stronger. And that's where specificity comes in and can actually be quite beneficial. Because, for example, if you keep doing squats, guess what? You're going to get better at squats over time. However, you're probably going to ache less because your body gets used to the squats, but you can get stronger at it. Of course, tedium comes in, a bit boring after a while, and you might go, oh, I want to do some Bulgarian split squats. Don't think anyone's ever said that, but then your legs are on fire and you're aching again because of the different stimulus. So I hope that explains it. Any questions on that, do let me know. Have an awesome Tuesday, and I'll see you soon. Take care.